Thank you, Lee. Welcome out to Dozer Park. Hello to those watching us on MILB TV as well. I'm Nathan Baliva in front of our dugout. I'm joined by Irving Lopez, who is our Pekin Insurance Beyond the Expected Player of the Game in last night's 12-3 win. Let's see, 2 doubles, a home run, 4 RBI, a walk. Did I get everything? I think I got everything in there. Hit by pitch. That's right. Yeah, hit by pitch. So how you doing?
Good, good. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for being out here. Another big win. The series starts with you guys, and how important is it to get that first game under the belt? We did it against West Michigan here at home, and we were able to do it last night, too, against South Bend.
I mean, it doesn't matter who we're playing. I mean, getting that first win in the series, it's a pretty big deal. I mean, it gives you confidence going into the second game.
You've been kind of moving up and down the lineup, but you seem to have found a home there in the 2 slot, whether it be behind Hurst, Bryant, Plummer, a couple of games. What is it about that 2 slot that makes you so comfortable?
I mean, I like that spot. I mean, I can move the runners over and do my job.
Or drive them in like you did yesterday.
That would work too.
That works too. The bases loaded at bat, and I know the night before we'd had bases loaded. I think nobody out and didn't score in that game against West Michigan. Still managed to get a win, so it all came out okay. You go up there bases loaded. What's your approach bases loaded? You got a pitch obviously to hit and drove it off the wall to clear the bases, but what are you looking for bases loaded out there?
I mean, we knew we were struggling with bases loaded, so I mean, I was just trying to stay up the middle and just get a base hit up the middle and score some runs.
And 2 doubles for you yesterday. And when you get on in that 2 spot, let's talk about the guys that have been behind you in this lineup right now. Uriel Gonzalez, Alaris Montero, Juan Yepes. The 3 of them together. You've played a lot of baseball in your life. Have you seen anything like what the 3 of them have done over the first 25 games here?
No, not at all. I mean, that's what I try to do, just to get on base for those guys. Those guys can swing a hot bat anytime you want them. So I mean, it's my job to get on and get them some RBIs.
It's like, hey, oh, Yep is at first again. Oh, Yep is at second.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it seems like the lineup goes up and down a lot. I mean, you see them hit every time, so it's awesome to see that.
And it seems too like it kind of gets a little contagious for you guys. Do you feel that where
Absolutely,
you feed
yeah.
off each other?
Absolutely, yeah. I feel like baseball is really contagious. I mean, if one of them's having fun, the other one should have fun. I mean, it's a pretty cool thing, and especially in this team, the atmosphere here, it's really cool.
You look at the home run you hit last night and got another home run in Wisconsin on that last road trip, and they were both pretty similar. Towering fly balls right down the right field line. Is that the type of home run we should expect from you?
I mean, I don't consider myself a home run hitter, but I mean, it's a really good feeling when you get one.
We've seen a couple long home runs from Nick Plummer on this homestand. I think it was 414 and then 415. Is that something you guys look at? You're like, oh, that one barely cleared the wall, and then it's like, whoa, that one's way out of here, and the longest one of the year. Do you guys kind of?
Yeah, we do talk about that. We have some conversations about those home runs. I mean, the long ones or the short ones that barely went over. We make fun of the guys, the ones that barely go over, but I mean, it's a home run. It's a home run.
What about the guys that stop at second when they're supposed to keep circling the bases? Is there some joking?
We do make
that?
fun of them sometimes. Yeah, it was like, hey, if you don't want a home run, it's all right. I mean, we'll take it. Like
you just don't want to be that guy, though, right?
Exactly. You don't want to be that guy.
And here they can bounce back in, like it happened to Denton the other day, where it hits the berm at the perfect angle, bounces back in, the left fielder picks it up, and you don't want to be thrown out at third either. So you kind of gotta watch that a little bit.
Exactly. The odds of that happening are really rare, but I mean, they do happen. So it's a cool thing to watch.
You've got an interesting background. I know Dave with the newspaper told part of your story last week in the newspaper, but you've been all over the place. You were born in Mexico, went to high school in Arizona, college in Arizona and Florida. Then as a pro, you've played all over. So what's that been like for you, and kind of getting to see both a lot of the United States, but also some international as well?
Yeah, I mean, you do miss your family back at home in Mexico, but I mean, it's something that that I love to do, travel and play baseball. I mean, it doesn't get better than this.
You get into a group of guys like this, and you guys have a lot of guys that are bilingual, a lot of the players that are from Latin America that are learning English. How are you able to help them as they make this transition? Because obviously you had to do it along the way as well.
Exactly. I mean, I know what they're going through. I know what the struggle is. It's really hard to not speak the language that English. I mean, it's really hard. So I try to help them every time I can, and especially like translating or doing anything I can to help them out. We
got 3 or 4 guys here that can help translate. So do you guys kind of take turns, whether it's Yariel, it's Juan, it's you?
Yeah, I mean, we all try to help out. I mean, we've been through that struggle, so we're trying to make their lives easier.
The baseball language, I know that's the easy part. You know, for the guys that don't necessarily speak English, the baseball language is the easy part. What's the most difficult part for them? Is it listening, when Chris is giving instructions, things like that? Is it when we're on the road and trying to order food, just the everyday life? What's the tough part?
Yeah, exactly. Like you mentioned, ordering food at restaurants you have to sit down and order from a menu. So I mean, it's something that you try to help them out and make it easier for them, so they'll listen to it and learn it. But I mean, it's just trying to help them out.
Baseball's a superstitious sport. You got any superstitions?
Not really,
No?
to be honest. No, not at all.
See, after last night's game, you weren't begging to wear those Star Wars jerseys again? Be like,
Absolutely, yeah. I was, me and Yepis go to the stadium every day together. So, I mean, I told him about the jerseys. I mean, I wish we could wear them every day, but it's something that's going to happen once a year.
I know you were out here last night watching the fireworks show and kind of taking that in. And the first one of those of the year, you guys got the fireworks going on offense, and then you got to stand out here in the dugout and watch them too.
Yeah, it was a really cool experience, especially watching it with Ortega and Yepes. I mean, it's something that we wanted to watch after the game, especially after a win.
Finish up here. I know you're in our host family program and been a part of that, and getting to know a little bit of the area, living out in Washington. What's that been like for you?
No, I love the Peoria area. I mean, I live in Washington, but I mean, it's something that we're trying to get around. We're trying to know the area. I mean, it's a really cool area. I mean, we love it. We love it here. We feel really comfortable here in Peoria.
Well, it looks like it so far, especially playing the way at home, and now off on a road trip, and one more game tomorrow. So
exactly, yeah.
All right,
we'll hit the road trip.
Good luck out there today.
Thank
Great
you.
job yesterday, Irving Lopez, our Pekin Insurance. Beyond the expected player of the game from last night. Home run, couple of doubles, hit by a pitch, drove in 4 as well in the contest for the Chiefs last night. He had a 4-hit game when we were in Wisconsin last week as well, which was a career high for him. We have got fireworks tonight. Also, don't forget, you can go up by the Pete Van Auken statue, buy tennis balls for our pitch in for charity. Tonight, we're raising money for the Mid-Illini Bandits 14 and under softball team. So we'll be raising money for them throughout the night with the pitch in for charity. You've got a chance to win prizes from Dick's Sporting Goods, from Huck's, from East Peoria Motors, from the Spirit of Peoria, Maui Gym, and the grand prize, as always, is a 60-inch TV out in center field, and raising money for the Mid-Illini Bandits 14 and under softball team throughout the night with our pitch in for charity, and then the post-game fireworks coming up as well. Tomorrow, we're back out here. One more game against this South Bend squad at 2 o'clock. First 1,000 fans through the gates get a Johan Oviedo player poster. Our players will sign autographs on the concourse after the game, while kids 12 and under can run the bases post-game as well. Fans can play catch on the field pregame as gates open up at 1 o'clock. And all of our Sundays this year, Bark in the Park, dogs for free. So bring them out tomorrow. We'll have you out in the berms, third base, first base, out in left field as well, in the grass areas with those that bring their dogs to the game tomorrow for Bark in the Park. And it's also PNC Kids Sunday, so kids 12 and under for $5, and it's Senior Sunday as well, so those 55 and over are $5. Then we're going to go out on the road. We're going to play 6 games, 7 days, as we have an off day a week from Sunday. We're going to go to Bowling Green, Kentucky, Dayton, Ohio, before we're back on the 14th for a nice long week of home games here at Dozier Park. We thank you for coming out tonight and joining this Saturday with us. Post-game fireworks coming up. Go buy those tennis balls as well. For those of you on MILB TV, Danny Fry will be back with the rest of the pregame show in just a minute. Thanks for spending your Saturday with us here at Dozier Park.